Hi everyone, my name is Josh. Pronouns are he, him. This is my friend Elle,
Hi, I'm Elle. My pronouns are they, them.
and we are here to talk about the Gay Trans Alliance Manifesto that I am producing for AMH 4671. Elle,
Hi.
thank you for joining me.
Of course.
So,
Thanks for having me.
Elle is actually not my roommate, but actually lives on my floor, and they have graciously agreed to get interviewed for this, and I couldn't find a better person. So they are going to do their best to answer all my questions. So, Elle,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about your life, how you grew up, everything like that, your family.
So when I was growing up, I actually I had some small issues because I had this speech impediment where I wouldn't talk until about half a minute later whenever someone asked me a question.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And like all the teachers had to like come up with a different way to ask questions and everything. My parents were both pretty nice to me though. My father tries his best to be good parents, but he usually ends up just being a weird parent.
Oh.
He's a funny character though. You should see the L show.
The Elle show?
The show that features me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then my mom, she's actually really good. I haven't seen another parent be as good as she is.
That's awesome.
She's really supportive. She gives me hints on things. She shows interest in my interests, even if she doesn't like them.
Yeah.
She supports my decision, even if she disagrees, which I think is weird, but it's nice. And my heritage is from all of Europe as well.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. Just so I know, we're doing this we're doing this on the floor, so you're gonna hear a lot of people like in the background, which is super great for us. But anyways, so for my manifesto, I want to talk about how gays are seen in a bad light because of the trans
Yes.
community, and I really want to stop that, negate that, and have that not as part of the scene. Like it needs to be stopped.
Yeah, they are quite separate.
Yeah. So I do have like 3 questions for you that, if you can, just answer it the best that you can for me. The first one is, what role do you think straight men play in instilling this fear in gay men about transsexuals, and would they be held solely responsible?
I don't think straight men are solely responsible, but I think the role that they tend to hold is they have this not manifesto, this
Masculinity.
more like a phrase of if you're gay, that's like a sissy thing to do.
Yeah.
Because being straight is default. So if you like men, you must be a girl.
Yeah. Oh.
Making you trans.
Yeah.
And in a lot of cases, they think that being gay is actually being trans and in the closet.
That's crazy.
Um,
Do you think gay men are highly influenced because of how straight men think?
I think they are. I don't think gay men would be as feminine if they weren't pushed into this box.
Yeah.
I do think that they would still be pretty feminine, just compared to straight men, just because straight men are like the height of masculinity, or at least they try to be.
Especially,
and gay men express themselves the way they want to.
Yeah, especially here in Florida, like we have the machismo, like the Spanish manly men who make it 10 times harder for us. So that was like literally what I have been saying like in my manifesto. So like you just clarified exactly what.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So second question: should transsexuals be held responsible for making gay men look quote unquote bad in society's eyes? Why or why not?
I don't think transsexual people should be responsible for making gay men look bad.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they should just be separate issues in society. If you hate trans people, you don't hate gay people. You hate gay people, you don't hate trans people, or you hate both of them separately.
Yeah.
Or you like them both, or whatever. And the reason for that would be being trans is more so of an identity over a sexuality.
Yeah.
And I think the main confusion in that comes from the fact that it says sexual at the end of the name, which is why they're trying to gear towards transgender for the name instead.
Yeah. Oh my god, I've never thought about it that way. Can you talk about a little bit of your transition?
Yeah, I actually started pretty recently. When I turned 16 is when I came out to my parents.
Yeah.
And I actually only told my mom. And I was saying, hey mom, I might be trans. And I just wanted to let you know because I know it's something you would want to be informed about. She's really supportive. I already knew that she would be fine. But I was not sure about my father. He had told me several times before that he'd be fine if I was gay or whatever. But he also talked a lot about how when he was a kid, one of the favorite insults was being gay or trans.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't sure he'd be fine with it. But my mom actually ended up telling her family, and then her family told my father. And he was mostly fine with it.
Oh, okay.
He was definitely thrown off by it, and he is still having a hard time using the correct pronouns.
Yeah.
And still sometimes calls me and says like, wow, I'm so happy to have you as my son. You're great.
Oh.
You're a great kid.
Yeah, no, I felt that. I mean, as for me, like me being gay, like I said to you earlier, that I know I'm a man who just likes men, and I always, for some odd reason, especially here living on campus, I always got the side eye. I always got the little, the little nuances of like, here goes that gay boy, you know?
And a bit of othering.
Yeah, and there's, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, there's othering. And living on the Pride floor really like opened my eyes because again, like I told you earlier before the interview that I didn't know much. I was ignorant myself. And like I look back on it and I'm like, why was I that ignorant if we were all pretty much the same? And like your life is
we're
not.
still human.
Yeah, your life is like we have that brother sisterhood. We have that, that camaraderie, that friendship that we just made because we didn't know each other until like maybe 20 minutes ago. Like we just met and we live on the same floor.
Yep, that would be right.
Yeah, so that family that we built, the LGBTQIA+ community, we're all a family, so it shouldn't be anything different from me being gay and you being trans and she's a lesbian and my roommate's bi, your roommate's bi.
My roommate is bi.
So
my other two roommates are both gay.
Yeah, so it's eye-opening to see all the colors here, and I get to again now get that knowledge and learn that everyone's different, but we're all the same.
For sure.
So, and my last question.
Sure.
Does the trans community have an obligation to respect the feelings of gay men before theirs?
I think it is important that everyone's feelings are well respected. And in general, I think the way that the priority would go would be your own feelings are highest priority. And then your next priority would be like your family's feelings.
Yeah.
And then other people would be third.
Right. So how would you say, have you ever gone to a rally or let's talk about gay pride. Gay pride. Did you see any any straight men there that made you feel uncomfortable, or did anybody from our even community, like even our community, as you know, the LGBT community, did they make you feel uncomfortable?
The last gay march I went on, gay pride event, was actually in Mexico, which was pretty interesting.
That's dope.
I had gone to this hostel, and I went to the, which is a hotel where you get multiple beds per room and you share with a bunch of people. And I was in a men's room with my father and a bunch of other people. And we didn't know that everyone there was there for the gay pride event that was happening the next day.
Yeah.
And so I got woken up at like 8 a.m. to the sound of hundreds of people outside. And there was just a huge parade of everyone was like waving flags and in fancy makeup and wigs.
Yeah.
And I felt pretty comfortable around the people, except for just how many there were.
Yeah.
And I think the part that alienated me the most from everyone is I didn't speak Spanish very well.
Yeah.
And I felt uncomfortable from like, there was people who stood on the edges and looked really angry, and I felt uncomfortable about that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I also saw a few like anti-abortionists that were holding out signs.
Oh my god, that's anti-abortionist. Why would they be at a gay rally?
I am not sure. I believe that would just because
LGBT
people think that human rights include abortion, and that might be where that originated from.
Very true. Well, this has been an awesome conversation with you.
Yeah.
Again, I do thank you so much for like meeting with me in short notice. I do want to add that. And then I'm so glad that I made a new friend, and yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. And if you're wondering where I lie on that sexual spectrum, since you introduce yourself as gay, I'm actually demi. I'm demisexual, which means like I get attracted to people based on an emotional connection.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Demisexual really just means like only some of the time you feel attraction.
Yeah.
But in my case, it's like I need an emotional connection with someone, and then I'll start feeling like physically attracted to them.
Oh, see, we learn something new every day, y'all. But all right, thank you so much. We out. Love you guys.
Peace out.